That's right, it's Thursday, so it's time now for our In Focus Health segment. Joining us is health correspondent Lenore Madu, and Lenore has news on World Health Day along with information on malaria and germs that are resisting medicine. Hello, Lenore.
Hello, Vincent. Well, Kenya's Ministry of Health is expecting to distribute more than 100,000 insecticide mosquito-treated nets in the Kisii district. The nets will be supplied under the Presidential Malaria Initiative. Officials say the use of nets have reduced malaria cases in the region. The regional director of the World Health Organization for Africa, Luis Gomez Sambo, is warning Angolan authorities and citizens about drug-resistant diseases. Sambo says germs are developing resistance to antibiotics due to the prolonged use of these medicines. He pointed out the use of fake and counterfeit medicines, the bad habits regarding prescription, and non-compliance with what is prescribed by physicians as reasons behind the resistance. He considers blood diarrhea, tuberculosis, malaria, and HIV/AIDS as diseases that are most likely to become resistant to medicine. As we've mentioned, today is World Health Day. This year, the WHO is focusing on the need for governments and stakeholders to implement the policies and practices needed to prevent and counter the emergence of highly resistant microorganisms. Joining us on the phone is Hans Hogezel of the World Health Organization. Mr. Hogezel, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
First off, tell us about the theme for this year, looking into drug resistance, World Health Day. Why is it important to tackle this issue?
It is very important to think about what we call antimicrobial resistance. That is, when the bacteria you are trying to kill with your antibiotic do not, are now resistant to that antibiotic, so the medicine doesn't work any longer. And good examples are TB and AIDS treatment, and also malaria. There are very few medicines left that still work for malaria.
Now, what do people need to do to really prevent this from happening?
The main reason is that only use antibiotics or treatment for TB, AIDS and malaria when it is really needed, and do it from a doctor. Do not buy any antimicrobials from shops or so, or in a pharmacy like that. That is usually not good practice.
Now, recently, WHO has released a list of 30 priority medicines, and this was to address maternal and child health. Can you tell us more about that?
That's a very good initiative where we have identified, as you say, 30 essential medicines which are really, truly essential if you want to prevent mothers and children to die. So they are specifically aimed at the diseases that are the real killers, like for children, pneumonia, diarrhea, malaria, sepsis, AIDS, and for the mothers, the bleeding after delivery, eclampsia and maternal sepsis, difficult names, but diseases that frequently occur for the mothers and sometimes makes them die. And we have made this list of 30 medicines for the health ministers and for the ones who buy the medicines for the government to make sure that they spend their money on these 30 medicines. They are the best buys to prevent mortality in mothers and children.
Now, as presently, how is the situation in terms of access to these medicines, especially in developing countries like Sub-Saharan Africa, countries in Sub-Saharan Africa?
Oh, we have a big problem there. On average, you can say that half the time these medicines are out of stock. Sometimes 1/3, or they have these ones, but then others, or there's only one of the medicines and the other one is not there. And you can ask yourself, why is that happening? I think in reality, we should say that governments in Africa should put more money in their public health systems, in the public clinics, in the public hospitals, so that the basic medicines are available. Because if they're not, the patients have to go themselves outside, go to the pharmacy, buy medicines. You cannot be so sure of the quality. The price is nearly always higher. So from the patient's point of view, the best thing is a generic medicine from the public sector.
Now, are you going to work with the pharmaceutical company, I can say that, to really take this list in consideration so they can make maybe cheaper drug in the future?
That could also be one way of doing it, that African manufacturers start producing these medicines which are really essential and not, let's say, vitamins or medicines that are less essential. That would be one way. But usually the best thing is to buy them from big countries like China or India, where good medicines are being made very cheaply.
Okay, great. Mr. Hogezel, thank you so much for joining.